Your team is frustrated. Your customer, let's be honest, is still isn't happy. It's time to fix that. These 8 strategies will change how you deliver projects forever. Forever, forever, ever. I have 2 questions that I want you to think about and answer in today's episode. One, how much time and money have your projects wasted building features that customers never really actually use? And the second question is, what could your team truly achieve if they had the freedom to adapt and innovate instead of being trapped by a rigid and outdated plan? You mind if I share a short story with you? I was leading this major project, and honestly, this thing was a work of art. Mwah. At least from a project manager's perspective, we had it all. You know, the 300-page requirement document, perfectly formatted, of course, and then the Gantt chart that was so detailed it could make a grown project manager shed a tear of joy, of course. We were precisely on schedule, on budget, and ready for a moment of glory. So we proudly contacted the client in the grand unveiling, fully expecting an applause, a high five, maybe even a slow clap or two. But instead of cheering, we got that awkward silence. Finally, Dave, our client's main user, who has been there for about 10 years, cleared his throat. Where's the big red button? We all kind of chuckled politely, thinking this has to be a joke, right? But Dave did not laugh. He was actually serious. He said, look, this is impressive, but my team needs to process orders in 3 clicks during rush hour, not 9. We mentioned a quick link button months ago. In other words, we had it perfectly delivered, but for the wrong solution. Therefore, we painfully learned a perfectly managed project isn't automatically a successful product. That tough moment made one thing crystal clear. We had to find a better way. And that better way brings me directly to my first point, and maybe the most crucial point. When you're leveraging an adaptive approach, we can have the opportunity to increase customer satisfaction. Point number 1, increase customer satisfaction. Adaptive approaches deliver incremental value frequently, keeping customers engaged and their needs continuously integrated. This is important, family, because early feedback ensures solutions are aligned with real-world expectation, improving satisfaction, and reducing rework. Experiment with these actionable tips. Hold regular demonstrations to validate progress with customers. If you're unfamiliar with what demonstrations are, basically there are where you're showing the product to the customer and you're getting real-time feedback so you can make those particular improvements. Next point, immediately incorporate and visibly demonstrate how feedback shapes the next iteration. And the last and final one, conduct short, regular satisfaction checks, like surveys or conversations to measure and adjust accordingly. Point number 2, reduce project waste. Adaptive life cycles emphasizes frequent reevaluation of tasks, ensure only the valuable and necessary activities are pursued. This is important because when you eliminate unnecessary tasks, you boost efficiencies, you reduce costs, and you optimize resource use. Experiment with these actionable tips. Regularly prioritize and refine your backlog, removing low-value tasks. Next one, track work items closely to identify and eliminate sources of waste. And the last and final one, validate tasks consistently with stakeholders to confirm ongoing relevance and value. Point number 3, foster innovation. See, when you adapt an adaptive methodology approach, you encourage iterative experimentation, creating opportunities for innovative thinking and continuous learning. This is important because innovation helps differentiate your solutions, solving challenging problems, and you create a significant value. Experiment with these actionable tips. Dedicate specific times each iteration for experimentation and exploratory tasks. Next one, encourage and openly reward team members for sharing innovative ideas. And the last and final one, establish a clear guideline for what we'll call safe to fail experiments, enabling the team to explore without pushback or what I like to say, fear of what may happen. So creating that safe to fail experiment is key. Point number 4, Enhance adaptability in complex environments. Adaptive methods support flexibility, allowing rapid adjustments when dealing with uncertain, volatile, and complex situations. This is important because being adaptable ensures your project remains viable when external factors all of a sudden makes a shift unexpectedly. Experiment with these actionable tips. Perform frequent environmental scanning to anticipate potential disruption. The next one, develop lightweight contingency plans for actual foreseeable risk. And the last and final one, regularly reassess project assumptions, adjusting plans as needed in real time. Point number 5, improves decision-making flexibility. See, one thing about an adaptive life cycle, it enables quicker adjustments in decision-making as well as new information emerges during the project. This is important because responsive decision-making ensures your project remains aligned with real time data and evolving priorities. If you've ever led a project, and let's say you are managing multiple projects, it is when you have an opportunity. Now this only makes sense depending on, just like what we talked about before, if we're working in a complex environment, that we will want to use an adaptive approach, or we're building a product that we want to find out as fast as possible what the customer actually wants. We want to be able to ensure that we empower the team and allow them to make these particular decisions quickly by clarifying the decision-making authority. And by doing that, we set the team up for success. Okay. So I gave you one of the experiment actionable tips that I would love for you to experiment with, but here are 2 more just before you leave. Hold frequent review points to revisit past decisions and adjust as needed. And then the last and final one, clearly document decisions, rationales to aid rapid future reviews and understanding. Point number 6, enhance team morale and motivation. We're talking about motivation. You know, we're talking about motivation. See, frequent successes and clear visibility of progress keeps teams members engaged and motivated throughout the project lifecycle. Why is this important? Motivated teams consistently deliver better results and maintain higher productivity and job satisfaction. Experiment with these actionable tips. Celebrate small victories visible at the end of each iteration. Regularly recognize individual and team contribution publicly. And the last and final one, keep workload realistic to sustain morale and avoid burnout. Why did I kind of emphasize the realistic? Because it's important that we do keep the workload realistic. Point number 7, supports clearer communication. One thing about an adaptive method, it relies on regular, concise, and transparent communication across teams and stakeholders. This is important because effective communication minimizes misunderstanding and aligns expectation, and it facilitates a smooth execution. I just had to do that. Experiment with these actionable tips. Establish consistent communication routines like a daily stand-up or an iteration reviews. What's a daily stand-up? It's not a status meeting, okay, guys? I learned this from my good buddy, my friend, mentor, Phil, about, I would always think, hey, a daily stand-up is, hey, we're going to give a status update. No, this is not a status meeting. This is just to see, what did you work on yesterday? What are you working on today? Do you have any particular impediments? That's it. This should be 15 minutes or less. It should not go further than that. And iteration reviews, what we're doing is basically we're looking at, hey, how well did we do on this particular iteration? All right, last one. Use visual management tools, sort of like a information radar or even a Kanban board. This is going to help you as far as having a visual look so you can clearly share status and progress. And the last and final one, provide training or coaching in effective and concise communication skills. Point number 8, this strengthens your competitive advantage. Again, strengthens competitive advantage. Adaptive methodologies enables organizations to quickly respond to market trends and customer demands, position them ahead of the competitors. We have to understand, especially in this new age of AI, Having an adaptive mindset is going to be key so you can respond as fast as your competitors can respond. This is important because being responsive and as well as and being agile, your organization can swiftly capitalize on emerging opportunities and maintain the industry leadership or being the industry of being the authority of the actual industry. Experiment with these actionable tips. Frequently analyze competitor strategies and market shifts. Next one, prioritize initiatives that directly enhance your competitive position. And the last and final one, cultivate agility as a strategic advantage within your organizational culture. Well, family, today you've heard how an adaptive project life cycle isn't just a trendy buzzword. It's an essential strategy for achieving real success. That story is that I shared with you about the field project. It was about a fundamental choice we all face. Do we want the satisfaction of perfectly checking boxes, or a plan that might be actually wrong? Or do we want the thrill of delivering a product that a real person, in this case Dave, actually loves and uses? Everything we discussed today, from enhancing team morale and reducing waste to fostering innovation and strengthening your competitive advantage, all serves that one single person to make sure you're building what truly matters. Hey, family, as you know, I just don't want you to listen. I want you to take action. Taking action creates change. So, I'm not going to ask you to overhaul your entire department tomorrow by leveraging an adaptive approach. I am going to leave you with one simple, one step challenge for this week. Call it a compass question. How can you make your department better by looking at how you're actually leading projects? Well, family, I go by the name of ED. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, hey, that just simply means Ed. Until next time.